Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're not a good boy? Oh, you're a good girl. Here she comes. Now, hey folks, how are we going? I'm going out to feed the chickens, and I've got a little bit of sureki here. This is our Easter bread that we have. Now, Kara's not very... yeah, oh wow, yeah, okay, no, there you go, that's what I mean. She's not a sweet tooth, by no stretch of the imagination. Give me a bit of meat, she says. It looks good because you're a dog. Well, look at the guzzler there, he's a hoover. Come here, hey, Vader, here. Good boy. That's the duck. All right, I'm coming. All the chooks are lined up there at the fence line, waiting to be fed. Now, this is for the chickens, along with some greens that we have. Oh, Jake, all right, some for you too. Do you want it? Okay, you're just like Vader, and Kara's got a very unique diet. You know, if it's not gourmet and savoury, she won't eat it. Come and check out the veggie garden. I haven't been in here for a couple of days, or more than a couple of days, actually. All the wind. This is my little nursing corner, my little hospital, which I've got to clean up. And I'll get to it one day, but don't judge me on that. I'm only one person, and my son does all the hedging. So what do? I actually just talk to you guys, that's all I do. Cameras turn off, and my family do all the work. That's what they like to hear. All right, let's have a look at this place. Honestly, I haven't been in here for about 3 days. I've been around the rest of the property, cleaning up the garden beds and all the English box, hedging and all that. Kale's taken off, it's doing really well. Beetroot, wow, I think I've got to harvest this one. Have a look at this. Oh Lord, this is huge. Okay, we're going to eat that one tonight, aren't we? That's on the menu. And the leaves as well, folks. The secret to big beetroot like that is black grit. That's the truth. I sprinkle a bit of black grit around this place. And we've still got some tomatoes. They're looking a little bit sad, but I'm hoping I get a bit more out of those. I've got 1, 2, 3 malakas going on there. The rest are green. We'll pickle all those. The topic I have here is my lettuce. Now, when we planted these, I don't know, was it 3 weeks ago or so, something like that, we gave them a burst of VK Butch and Liquid Gold and a sprinkle of black grit. And I've lost a couple. Have a look at this. Birds have been in here. All the moss has been scattered out. This one's suffocated, hasn't seen any sunlight. And that one's gone, completely gone. And the leeks are gone too. I had leeks in between. There's one over here. That's a bit sad, isn't it? So this can happen with nature, folks. If you don't, and actually, you know what I had on this? I had the grow tunnel. I took it off so I can do a bit of a demo for you guys. And this is what's happened. But look at that. They are actually doing really well. Now, these are the ones that were suffering, if I remember correctly. These are the ones that were going backwards because they didn't get enough feed and I didn't have the mulch on them. And because I gave them the EK Butch and Liquid Gold fertilizer, I think it was only the one time I applied it on these ones. I didn't apply it to these ones here, as you can see with the mulch. They were looking better earlier on, but look what's happened. These ones here have taken off with the EK Butch and Liquid Gold, and the ones with the mulch that I didn't fertilize haven't. Oh wow. And the same here. It's all coming back to me. So I actually fertilise this, and I'm talking about our liquid fertilisers, but at the end of the day, if you've got your own on the shelf, use them up. If you've got a Sea Salt Power Feed, if you've got a Maxi Crop, you know, Charlie Carp, they're all good fertilisers. I'm not going to knock them. Honestly, I used to use them. We've got our own as well, and by comparison, I can tell you ours is a better product. And I'm proud about that, but at the end of the day, use what you have. Don't throw them out. Use them up. Use them on your plants. Fertilise them well. And when you do run out, give ours a go. These are the results. The example: no mulch on the other side as well, compared to the ones with the mulch. So it's not just about the mulch. It's about the microbe and the activity that goes on in the soil. If you don't feed the soil, you don't feed the bacteria, your plants don't get the opportunity to nourish off that. And the last one, someone's been in here. Someone's been in here digging, whether it's birds, you know, the other half of me is thinking Vader. Look at that. This is our second batch of broad beans. We are cold out here, folks. It's really cold. So these are probably about 2 weeks old. They're sprouted up there. Just one on this side. Here's another one. It's just coming up. There we are. There it is. So we've got our broad beans coming back. And let's check out the first batch over here. I planted these about a month earlier. Not a month, a couple of weeks earlier. They've taken off. Have a look at them. Not too bad, huh? So they're okay. I've lost one over here. I've lost one over here. Oh, have I? Maybe I just didn't space them out properly. But anyway, they're coming up well. You know what I'm thinking? I'd like to hear from you as well, because I've got the lettuce over here and all types of plants growing in here, but these haven't got any mulch. And all of those haven't got any mulch, but the ones with the mulch are actually suffering now. But they've actually gone backwards by comparison. So I think the mulch may actually hold a bit too much moisture during the winter months in the wet season. You can see how wet it is over here at the moment. So during winter, it's okay as a cover, I reckon. I think you'd actually have to pull the mulch away a little bit so it can drain a bit better. It doesn't retain so much moisture. Oh, Jack, shut up. Not sure whether the mulch is actually detrimental to the actual seedling, the little plant, because it holds that extra moisture in it. So if you have got mulch in your garden, pull it away from the center of the plant. Don't let it be so close to the base or the stem, because you can cause a little bit of rotting to occur there. It doesn't need to be there. So mulch is to keep the heat out, the moisture in, and it creates a little bit of warmth for the plant during winter, but sometimes it can hold a little bit too much moisture in it, and that's where the plant goes backwards. Not all those little lettuce have gone backwards. Some of them are pretty good. You know, at the end of the day, we've got 1, 2, you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, but the rest, you know, if you're doing the averages here, that is, the other ones are doing much better by comparison to these ones here. I've got to clean these up here. The mulch has been scattered all over these plants. This is what happens when you don't come out into the garden. Yeah, they look much healthier, the other ones. So the liquid fertilizer does work. The mulch maybe just ease off on it. Maybe the birds have done a nice thing for me by sort of pulling the mulch away in some of them. But these ones have been buried. Anyway, check out your garden. Make sure it's been mulched well or pull it away. Liquid fertilizer. Check out Vasily's garden and have a great weekend. From me, Vasily. Mareshi.